This is the exact strategy that got me and everybody who was using it funded within 2 weeks of trading. It's so simple that I had traders messaging me how stupidly simple it is. It's mechanical, it works on all markets, and it appears almost every single day. Now here's how it works. So step 1 is going to be daily direction. You want to ask yourself a very simple question. Will price go for the previous day high or for the previous day low? Now this is going to be the previous day candle, as the next candle is going to open right in here. Are we going for the high of that candle or for the low? Now, and this is where a lot of different traders are failing. Since we have already established movement onto the upside with this entire candle, then we might as well just go higher. So now we know that we want to go for the previous day high. However, can we add more confluences to our trade? Basically, when you have two swing highs being relatively equal close to each other, then those are called relative equal highs. And the thing about these levels combined is that a lot of different stop losses reside over these levels. We want to trade with the banks and not against them. And from here on, I want you to find a protective swing, because this is going to determine our stop loss. Now, what is a protective swing high or low? When you have an FVG and a swing low has traded into that FVG, that low becomes protective, basically guarded by the market. Because this low has taken out a lot of different people who basically longed way too early. And from here on, we already arrived at the trade execution. I want you to drop down onto the 1 hour chart 11 PM UTC standard time and take a market order right at the beginning of the 0 AM candle. From here on, your stop loss is going to be right at the protective low and your take profit is going to be right at the previous day high. However, I always recommend giving the stop loss a little bit more room to breathe. Set your stop loss below the protective low and give it a little bit of room, and then take profit to the previous day high. From here on, just take the trade as it is. Don't do any modifications. Let the trade play out as you have done the analysis beforehand. Now in this case, the take profit can also be the relative equal highs. However, we're keeping it very simple in this one. Now guys, only through a lot of repetition, you'll be able to master the strategy. Stick to the end as I'm going to show you the backtesting results. And from here on, we're just going to keep it very simple as always. Where is the market more likely to go? Clearly, we are in a downtrend. We are making higher lows and lower lows. From here on, where is the market more likely to go? Now probably for the previous day low and not for the high. Which leads us to step 2, which is going to be a protective swing. We want to find a swing high or a low that is most likely not going to be taken out. From here on, drop down to the 1 hour time frame and look for a protective swing. The way you're going to do that is find an FVG that a swing high has already traded into, because this high will most likely not be taken out as it's going to be protected by the market. Which leads us to the trade execution. Now your trading day starts at 11 PM UTC standard time. I've worked a regular job as well, and trading at 9:30 AM most likely didn't work out because at that time I'm working my 9-5 job. That's why I've created this strategy. From here on, you want to market order at the 11 PM closure candle, and your stop loss is going to be the protective high, and your take profit is going to be the previous day low. And from here on guys, set your stop loss, set your take profit, and don't be scared when taking a trade. You have done the analysis beforehand, and the market rewards the ones that are actually putting in the work. If you have traded this on a funded 100K account and risked close to 2%, you would have made almost $8,000. Now I'd quickly like to ask you something. Have you failed a prop firm challenge within the last 90 days? I've seen a lot of traders who are actually profitable, but due to unfair valuation rules, they are failing the challenges, which is why I'm going to pass your prop firm challenge. Now if you are interested, I have linked down a video in the comment section, which is a private and exclusive video for only the ones who are watching this video. So as always guys, we're going to identify the daily direction. What is the market currently doing? We are making lower lows and lower highs. So where is the market more likely to go? Of course, it's for the downside. So safe to say we are going for the previous day low. And from here on, drop down to the 1 hour time frame and look for a protective swing. Now I'm going to be very honest with you here. If you are not going to trade this exact time that I'm giving you, then simply expect to fail. Because in this case, we can see that we have an FVG and a swing high that has traded into it. However, this swing high has taken out the previous swing high. So you might be saying, which one do I take? This is where timing comes into the play, because this is the last swing high that has been created after the 0 AM candle. Because this candle is representing the 11 PM candle and the next one is going to be the 0. So from here on, we're just going to market order in Our stop loss is going to be at the protective high, and our take profit aiming for a 1 for 2. And as you can see guys, this strategy is mechanical, it's simple, but most importantly it works. From here on, as usual, are we going for the previous day low or for the previous day high? We have already significant movement onto the downside, so it's going to be the previous day low. But I want you to pay close attention to the daily chart. Now what can we see? We have relative equal lows once again. So this is even going to further increase our take profit later on. From here on, find a protective swing. Now listen closely, as this is going to determine whether or not you're going to make it with the strategy or not. We have an FEG in here and we traded back into it. However, if we zoom in, this high has already traded back into this FEG. So you might be saying, why did we violate this swing high one more time? It's because once again, this candle is not past 11 PM UTC standard time. However, this candle is. So now, this candle right in here becomes our protective swing high. From here on, we're just going to take a trade. This strategy is almost boring to be honest, but it makes a lot of money. Now from here on, you can either go for the previous day low or for the previous day high. I like to maximize profit, so we're aiming for the relative equal lows. From here on, stop loss above the protective high and take profit to the relative equal lows. From here on, as always guys, we have done the analysis beforehand and this is a straight take profit hit. Once again, if you have traded this on a 100k account, this would have been more than $10,000. Now here are the backtesting results. Over 1 month of trading, we have made over $24,000. The win rate of the strategy is 86%, and out of 20 trading days in a month, we have had 15 trading opportunities. And if $24,000 within 10 minutes of work is not enough for you, then I might be the wrong person to help you. You now have a proven system that makes you money. It is simple, it is mechanical, but most importantly, it works. But chances are, you already had a strategy that worked and yet you're still unprofitable. It's because you didn't have the right guidance on how to become a profitable trader, which is why I created my mentorship. You will get access to every of my trades. We'll do live trading sessions every single week, and I'm going to review every single one of your trades. And you'll also get tons of Notion templates that you can look into. Now, due to the capacity that I cannot review 100 trades a day from every single trader, the spots are very limited. Now, if the first link in the description is still working, then you can still enter my mentorship. If not, then you would have to wait for the next cycle, if there's even going to be a next cycle to begin with. Now, whether you want to work with me or not, I want you to become a profitable trader. Just keep in mind, that will take you years, a lot of stress, money and time that you could have spent otherwise. Now thank you guys for watching. On the left screen you can see the entire playlist regarding to my strategy, and on the right you can subscribe to the channel, as this is going to greatly help me out. And see you guys in the next one.